Hey guys, just having a quick look at this actuator that's turned up this morning. This is going to be, I think you call them a linear actuator motor, and that's going to be used for the centre diff lock for the Discovery 2 transfer case. I looked at a few different options of using levers and cables, but I didn't want any more cables because I've already got one for the high-low selector. So just going with this idea looks pretty easy to go with. Show you what comes in the box. It's this motor here. As you can see, 50mm stroke length. It's like 1500 newtons, push 1200 pull, which is really strong. Small, as you can see in my hand here. That's how big it is. So just going to make a little bracket up, put it on top of the gearbox, on top of the transfer case, sorry. Mount it, 2 wires to this little controller you have. This controller will probably go behind the dash and just leave these two buttons. Leave these two buttons exposed. Everything else should be covered. And then obviously you've got motor input. Comes with a remote as well. But obviously you won't need to lock it up with the remote, so won't bother with that. Comes with the option of a couple of fitting brackets as well. This one was on, I got it on eBay. And yeah, it was about $70 Australian dollars, so cheap as. A couple of different brackets and pins, and yeah, I'm just going to wire it up to a battery now, get it actuated in full length. Obviously you've got to fit it at the right angle to turn the centre diff lock lever. This will probably apply to anyone with a Discovery 2 which hasn't got the lever in the cab, so you could probably use, I've seen this on YouTube already, people have already done it, so there's videos on there to show you how it works and whatever. But this is what I'm going to be using for the M57 conversion. I'll get it all wired up and probably post the video in. Right, this is it, just wired to a battery. These wires here would just be terminal 15, they wouldn't be direct to battery, because that gives it power constant to the actual controller. And yeah, basically you wire straight to the motor then, the simple version. This is, you have to press and hold at the minute. I think there's options which you can make it go to lock stops and go automatically. That's all the way out. That's all the way in, sorry. And that's all the way out. You can hear it clicking when it stops anyway. If you did have it mounted on the dash, you're just holding it. And then the diff lock actuator has got a switch on it anyway to go to the dash. So I'm going to have a diff lock light on the dash, so you're going to know whether it's in or out. You've also got this as well, which you could possibly use. So you could basically hide that away because it's remote control. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple. Not hard to wire up at all. You're running an extra 2 wires up to the top anyway, so yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. I'll try this out. Just to give you a quick idea of showing you the strength of this sort of motor. Basically you got a solid coffee table over there, weighs a fair bit, got a couple of bits on top of it. And yeah, problem. So they're pretty strong. As you can tell, the wife is out and I'm just mucking about. Otherwise I wouldn't have a battery in the house lifting a coffee table with my new actuator. There we go. Anyway, that's about it. Happy days. For anybody who doesn't know about these actuators for the central diff lock, CDL, for the Discovery 2, this is your transfer case. So I'm inside the car at the minute. I'm just messing around with a couple of different types of things to use cables and whatever. I put springs on here, that's all coming off because I got this new actuator. I'll get that out of the way. Basically put a lever on just to see how much force you need to actuate it. That's about the distance it moves. So that'll be, I don't know which way is in and out at the minute. But that's where it is anyway. So there's your front flange, and then on top of it is the 3-bolt fixing. They normally come without any levers on them at all. It's normally just a thread. So I just pulled that, there's a bottom lever on there. I pulled that off my other transfer case. But I'm going to probably be turning it round to this angle and then mounting it this way. Mounting the lever, but I'll work that all out when I need to. Could even go sideways, there's plenty of room that way, but yeah. So that's your central diff lock. And for some reason in the Discovery 2s they didn't put them in, they didn't put the levers in, so it's just an optional. Yeah. So that's where it is. So all in all, it's pretty good quality product. The motor itself, it's heavy, it's pretty robust. I think that's going to last on the living on top of the transfer case. And at the end of the day, if it ever breaks, you just go and buy another one. You know, they're not expensive, and I think it's going to last. You could obviously put a bit of grease over the top there to stop any salt or anything getting in. Maybe seal it up a little bit better, but I don't think it needs it. It looks sealed. It's got gaskets in between every part, so I think it's going to withstand it. The actual remote controller, that's, you know, a little bit cheap, but you know, you're just going to bury that in the car somewhere. So you've got the buttons exposed, so yeah, that's going to be good. I'll make another video soon of just making up a bracket and when it's all fitted to the car then. There we go.